With this historic government shutdown taking Americans into uncharted waters, we want to get more perspective on what's happening in Washington. We're joined today by CBS News' Scott MacFarlane. Scott, thanks for joining us. We're hearing rumblings that a deal could be close to end the shutdown. What are you hearing in Washington?
Oh, that feels like a big bunch of Chicken Little, because we've heard about these negotiations throughout the week that may have promise, that may put us on a trajectory towards ending the standoff. And like Charlie Brown, Lucy in the football, that football keeps getting snatched away at the last second. The fundamental issue, which really has defined this nearly month-and-a-half long shutdown, is that there's a lack of trust between the Democratic leaders and Republican leaders that stops conversations from even starting. We haven't really had a public-facing negotiation. Democratic leaders have not gone to the White House in the past few weeks, nor have they been invited there. Until the trust reforms, until some negotiation begins, everything right now is just discussion.
Well, we know the president has not been open about trying to fund programs like SNAP benefits. Do you think that this is a tactic, though, to get Democrats to the table?
I think the Democrats are arguing that the president's been unequivocal, that he's saying this is a tactic to incentivize negotiations, to bring the parties together. This is really unparalleled, unprecedented political ground to have anybody going to court, as the administration has done, to try to sue to stop money from going to supplementary nutritional assistance programs, which are invariably popular for the tens of millions of people who need them to eat and to feed their families. But there has been a legal battle through the course of this week over whether the administration must pay out these SNAP benefits. And a federal judge in Rhode Island has ruled that the administration must. But all of this is changing the political calculus. We've never seen a party go to court to try to sue to stop SNAP.
And Scott, we're seeing a big impact of the shutdown at airports today, including MSP International. So some flights are now canceled, but more turbulence could be coming?
Yeah, the Department of Transportation has been pretty clear on this. They think that these slowdowns or these cancellations are going to increase with time each day. And of course, our air traffic system works through that hub and spoke mentality where you have major hubs, MSP being a key one, and they feed out the flights to smaller airports, North Dakota, elsewhere in Minnesota, throughout the Midwest. If you start dinging the flights into the hubs, if you start decreasing the reliability of service into the hubs, it quickly permeates nationwide. All of this is an enormous concern and headache for air travelers. And oh, by the way, we're in one of the most important times of year for air travelers. It is November. It is Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, busiest holiday travel season. Finally, Scott, President Trump says it'll be devastating for our country if the Supreme Court rules to invalidate his tariffs. What are you hearing from lawmakers ahead of this ruling?
That's a landmark set of arguments at the U.S. Supreme Court. They've had a lot of big cases in a short period of time. This was a huge one, whether the president has the power to unilaterally devise tariffs and to implement tariffs. Hard to get a read from the court on this one, and even the expert court watchers don't have a good feel as to how these justices are going to rule. Lawmakers are going right down party lines on this, but they're also being emphatic with their arguments. Republicans saying the president needs this power to leverage tariffs to keep the economy afloat or soaring, depending on your perspective. Democrats are arguing he is wielding power that belongs to the Congress, and if Congress unilaterally disarms, the president will keep that power, perhaps in perpetuity.
All right. Scott MacFarlane reporting for us from Washington, D.C. Thank you for your time.